Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Rule the Waves as Great Britain, episode number 29, and I have renamed all of our Glyndor classes. So we now have those, the new names drawn from the list. My goodness, that list still has probably a good 60 names that we haven't got to yet. And I don't see how we're going to get through the rest of them. But anyway, I'm just working through them best I can. I mean, the good news for us on that front is that we have so many ships sunk that we're actually able to get plenty of new ships. So that's kind of a fun little trade-off. Okay, so let's see. Let's get this down to that. I thought I had something to do. No, I need to wait for the Kaiser Wilhelm next turn to get back, and then I have to put her back into Northern Europe or into the Caribbean somewhere. Probably the Caribbean, I guess, but somewhere else. She's going to vacate the East Coast, and now we're just letting our submarines do the damage. Now, we're going to lose plenty. You will constantly lose them, but I think if we can keep up... How many do we have in service right now? 76. I was going to say maybe if we keep over 70, I think that's still... Honestly, I think around 70 is the magic number. 50, I think you can be successful with, but the more the better, definitely. Okay, good timing for that. Incompetent Idiot Rekka asked when we're going to start accepting names for all the American ships that they're asking me to name. Well, I don't really care. Okay, good. So 55 more ships sunk. Only 2 submarines. That's good. Okay, alright, I get it. And the U.S., much less successful. You can see only 2 ships sunk and 2 subs sunk because probably they only have I'm guessing probably, 40 submarines? British raiders even sinking ships. That's great. And a cruiser action in an area where they have battle cruisers and I have armored cruiser is going to be declined. Coastal raid battle size is medium, which means it's probably my destroyers. So I'm also going to decline this one. And now a cruiser action in an area where I only have a battleship. But this could be against their battlecruiser again. Yet, we did well last time, so... Let's go for this. Because the best case scenario is that we don't have to go up against a battlecruiser. We have to go up against an actual light cruiser. Now, hopefully I'll remember to get the Kaiser Wilhelm out of... into the Caribbean after this. But... knowing me, I'll probably forget, and then the turn after that, something bad will happen. Who knows? Okay, so that's set. Let's get this going. Poor visibility is actually really good for us if we're going up against a battlecruiser. It's bad if we're going up against a light cruiser. But we're about to find out. Oh my goodness, we'll go squad max in this case. My god, we already have... It's a heavy gun, so which one is it? This one is the one we need to go after. Okay. Cut back again. Alright, so hit them. Please hit them a lot. There's a couple hits. 2 more. That's good. What ship is this? My god. Okay, I'm very, very, very nervous. No, please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. Okay, that's good. We got out without taking any damage from torpedoes, which is... Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, they only have 2 tubes here. And I assume this is also a Cummings class. That means all their torpedoes have been launched. Okay, well let's go back in. That's awesome. I'm glad that we were able to count how many torpedoes were launched at us. That's actually really, really important. So we'll see. We're going to keep the 2 very close together. In fact, I'd like to keep the wind. It is a high wind. But it's really great to know that we don't have to worry about torpedoes anymore. Okay, so here we go. Which one of these is the heavy gunship? That one, okay. Valiant has just reattached as well. And there she goes, detaching again. Valiant actually just turned down and let the tuba take a few hits. You know what we can also do is, they may be out of torpedoes, but we are not. If we could get... Oh, now tuba's taking a few hits. And there we go. Okay, 2 more 6-inch guns. And a 12-inch gun. Come on, Valiant, come back into the picture. And a heavy gun. I don't think we're going to win this engagement, actually. I have a feeling that we're not going to. Now, I am looking for once, and I'm seeing that the high speed is increasing our flooding. So the Valiant is going to go back down to, well, she's going to go down to 5, and she's going to start heading towards, well, where is... The nearest friendly port is just nowhere, basically nowhere. And, you know what, we're not going to be able to sink her anyways because she's going to be able to go back to port. She's so close to Freeport, which used to be ours. But so we're just going to, actually, I need Valiant to put a little bit of speed on. Just to be able to get out of here first. She has been limiting flooding, so that's a good sign. And now I think we're already far enough away. We also do have our last battleship down here. So let's just make our way very slowly down there. And let's see what happens. Okay. See, I do read those comments. Well, I guess it was never a debate whether I read the comments or not. I respond to all of them. But I paid attention enough to actually notice the high flooding message. And we didn't lose a ship, thankfully. Okay. So this ship is just all over the place. And that is a minor victory for us. And we did sink a destroyer, very good. So, we'll chip away at that lead, little by little. Most importantly, though, we're gaining huge victory points from the strategic effects now. So we don't really need these victories. It's completely the opposite of what was happening before. The whole game turned on its head. Okay, so what are we going to do now? Yes, I remembered, thankfully. I'm going to move you down to the Caribbean. I don't even know if we have enough port base capacity in the Caribbean to handle another ship, but I still think that's the best move for us. These guys, the foreign station individuals, are going to go back to the west coast. If you would, please. Thank you. Alright, so 12 new ships sunk, which is good. 3 submarines sunk. Yep, that's to be expected. And they only sank 1 ship. Very good. They sank 2 more, and that's it. Okay, convoy defense. I still think best off declining these. A fleet battle, and we only have battle cruisers and destroyers. Absolutely accept this. 100% yes. This is exactly the ideal. We should be in a good shape to retreat when, like, ideally, what we want to do. Interesting, we only have 1 single division. Do we have any? Very interesting. So some of our ships are not even in this one. But this is, I think, the ideal situation, because we can try to keep range with whoever we're exchanging blows with. Noting, of course, that our quality is probably 0, 0. Okay, quality 1 and 0. So Charles Darwin has our best quality. Well, I was going to say that because we have poor quality and we have not director firing yet, we're in a bad shape, but that's not as bad as I thought. Okay, that's already set. So let's see what this battle has in store for us. Whoops. Alright, well let's go ahead and go squad max. We have oil firing ships here, so no need to worry about conserving the coal shoveling hands. And I think this is a light cruiser, but I'm going to let her come towards me instead of me going towards her, even though we do want to sink her, just so that I can gain ahead of steam. So we're only at a speed of 19 right now, and it's because, well, yeah, we need a little bit of time to get to our max speed. You don't just floor it and suddenly you're there. It takes a little while for these guys to accelerate. But we are noting where that ship is going, and I'm going to now make my cut a little bit more southwest. We do want to stay on the east side, though, so I'm willing to err a little bit on the side of caution here by going a little bit to the east, because I suspect... By the way, I know that you guys are trying to be helpful, destroyers, but go ahead and just switch over to support right away. Okay, so let's go down this way until we spot another ship. When will that happen? Nobody knows. Okay, let's start moving a little bit more westward. There they are. Okay, so let's see what we have here. We're gaining on this thing very quickly. And I'm okay to sink a light cruiser and get out. But it doesn't look like we're going to need to do that. Okay, let's turn back pretty hard. Alright. Turn back away pretty hard. Fresh breeze, so hopefully this is... We're just at the edge of range as well, so this is perfect. Come on, Inflexible. Tow in. Good. Okay, some turrets jamming and stuff. We're just going to fight at range. This is our advantage anyway. Until we find their battle cruisers, and then I don't mind finding their battle cruisers up close and personal, but I need to find them first, right? Okay, Inflexible gets hit. I told her to tow in. 27 speed, not bad. Just get her, manually control her to get her out of the range of those guys. Much better. Okay. Unfortunately, her high speed is increasing her flooding. So we're going to drop her down to cruise and just head her off east. And what we can do with our other battle cruisers is swing them around. You would think that this is like the perfect situation for us to actually... Now, are you limiting your flooding? Very good. You think this would be a good opportunity for us to be hitting them when they're coming, getting our full broadside off. We are getting our full broadside off. I can see the turrets change slightly in the bottom left, so I know that I am actually... No turrets are jammed, which makes sense because they're all pure green. There we go, finally a hit. I was starting to worry. We would never get a hit. Alright, come back down. The Invincible, okay, that's not it. Now, Charles Darwin, I'm expecting you to be landing hits since you are the supreme of our ships. Better crew quality is what I should say. Invincible's been detached due to flooding. Fine. What's her flooding status? Pretty severe. I'm gonna have 18 just so she has enough. No. Oh no. No, what the heck? There we go. She is coming off. And it's about time for our U maneuver. We're gonna have the Inflexible start heading just due south because for my U maneuver we need to move east and we need the space to do that. So far, I would say this has just been just an outright disaster of a fight. So I guess disaster is too strong, but I was really hoping we'd be getting kills left and right. We're hitting their ships, but we're not doing any considerable damage. And they're actually landing hits enough to be, damaging us significantly enough that I have to pull my ships off the line. How's the flooding here? 42. Invincible, you have been controlling your flooding slightly. 115. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's spin back around then. We could just... wow, Fortune took a hit now. We could just run just directly away from them and rely on our rear guns, our super firing rear guns. It's not a terrible idea. Cotswolds laying smoke. Okay, unnecessary. Yeah, I think we're going to do that though. It's going to limit the number of ships that they actually can fire with too. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's give them like a kind of a terrible angle. We have been hitting their ships. Now, assuming our 14-inch guns are more, doing more damage, which we assume they would, then yeah, us landing equal number of hits against them should be a good thing. And it's really nice to see that we're controlling our flooding here. Down to 22. Inflexible, how are you doing? Down to 0. Okay, we'll have to watch out for her like blowing open her bulkhead or whatever. But if that doesn't happen, then we're in really good shape and we can actually continue our zigzag. Inflexible can get back up to speed. I don't want her to reattach quite yet, but she did. Darn it. Okay, now we need to do some pretty silly maneuvering just to keep the just to keep her from. Wait, the Invincible is still going 27. I think she attached and then immediately detached, which is not my desired plan. Where are their battle cruisers is what I want to know. Is that them coming in now? Form that line. We're seeing some unknown ships. And they are, I think they're racing ahead. Let's see if this is possibly the battle cruisers. Okay, yeah, only go 26 then. In fact, go 24 so that everyone can catch up. But we should be outrunning these dreadnoughts. Yeah, I mean, 24 is enough. This is kind of a nice number because it's enough that the dreadnoughts should be distanced, but the battle cruisers themselves can catch up. So let's see if the battle cruisers overtake. And we're getting worse. I think we're just going to go ahead and run away. I'm not worried. I'm not willing to go up against battle cruisers or anything. I mean, just they have a lot more support ships than I do, right? So this is the point. Let's get the Invincible to cut so that when she reattaches, which should be happening soon, there it is. She doesn't go around in circles, which is perfect. We'll go down to cruise speed so we don't have any flooding issues. And then I think I'm just going to open this up, drop this down slower and slower and slower. I think we're uncatchable now. Impossible to tell where we've gone. Keep things nice and slow so we don't rupture a bulkhead or anything. And wait for the elapsed time to conclude. Which should happen any second now. There it is. So, a U.S. marginal victory. Because they did damage to 3 of ours. We only did light damage to 2 of theirs. They did have 3 battle cruisers, but they didn't bring them to bear. Or at least we didn't see them. And these are pretty darn good ones. Very similar to my design. Deck is better for us. That's the only thing I noticed. And they have midships instead of aft superimposed or aft centerline superimposed. So that should have been another advantage. But only if we got on their tail. If they were using their forward superfiring, then it wouldn't have mattered. Okay, but anyways, this is not... I think it's still worth it to take these because you're rolling the dice. We got out of there after an initial not so good showing. And if it had gone well in the beginning, we could have maybe stolen a ship or 2. But we don't want to lose. Again, the ratio we want is like 4-to-1 for our ships to theirs. Until we get our strategic dreadnoughts in, we just have to be very careful about losing any of our remaining ships. Okay. We are sinking a lot of their ships, which is good. I'm quite happy about that. I'm waiting to see when they start having real issues. And that hasn't happened yet. Another fleet battle? Well, for the same reason, I think we should accept. We'll just go squad max. Keep the fleet going very quick. And we should be able to dive in and out. Oh, this is very strange. Is this actually what we have? We actually only have 2 battle cruisers? I mean, we're... I might as well just turn away now. There's no way we're going to be able to fight a fleet of ships with just 2 battle cruisers. I'm sorry to say. I wish it were. I wish it were otherwise, but it's just not. So go ahead and detect their ships. Should happen very quickly. I'm still going to activate all this stuff, but I don't think we're going to want any of that. I think mainly very quickly, we're going to go squad max, build up a head of steam. We know where they're going to be, so I'm going to just build up a head of steam. They're going to have the wind advantage as well, unless we can come at them from a different angle. Alright, let's try to do this. Let's try to come at them from the south side. So let's actually work our way around. Whoops, nope, that's not going to work. What do we have here? I assume their fleet. What part of their fleet is it? Yeah, this is almost surely it. Alright, it's dark anyway. That appears to be their dreadnoughts. I'm actually gonna try to, this is very dangerous, but I'm gonna try to head westward and pick off any of the lone guys over here. With any luck, we can just sneak up on a single light cruiser or something. Take it out, and then the victory is ours. It's a trivial thing anyway, but... Plus, they'll never expect this move, right? I really, really want that wind advantage, so I'm going all the way around. Well, no luck. Visibility is... Yeah, this is about the right distance away, I would say. Alright, we're not going to try to run directly into them. We're just going to push out a little bit further east first. With the speed of 28, I mean, if we detect them at this point, it's going to be a knife fight, and I don't really want that. I am going to have the flotilla attack option immediately activated just in case we do find something, because if we do, like I said, it'll be very close range. So let's just move this way and start heading, I guess, back to port. Okay, well, the US ships decide to leave. Yeah, they had the full complement. The full complement, that would have been bad. 2 of our battlecruisers is all we had there. So the good news about that is it doesn't really matter, because we... maybe we had a lot of ships in port for repairs. But we're winning the strategic fight right now. Should be, at least. Let's just kind of see how we're doing overall. 1-1, 2-1. So we're losing that, but I think the submarine, which is not, I guess, posed here. Oh, interestingly, we probably should... Are we getting how many? Getting 2 months out of that. That's not quite 2 months. No. I think we can get 2 months if we do it at like 16. So it's not worth it to spend all that extra money for an additional 8 months. We can just... Around 17, I'm going to see. I think we can still get 2 months. We'll do it there. I think 25 or 26 must be the cutoff point for the 3-month increase. So it's probably what, like a 15? Ah, Ireland. Ireland has rebelled. I wonder if this is scripted. No, 1917. Wait, yeah, that's the time, right? Did it actually happen? I guess it is scripted. Why do I want to say the Boxer Rebellion? That's not... Is that it? Doesn't matter. Convoy attack. Okay, yeah, definitely accept this. Oh no, is it my destroyers? Please. Okay, good. Thankfully, it's not just my destroyers. We still have a chance here to sink some of their big ships. Maybe they actually don't have the full... Whoa. Maybe they don't have their full fleet here. Hopefully not. So, same thing as always. Squad max, support. Basically, don't get underfoot, is what I'm hoping for those ships. Okay, we've detected them a little bit before we should have, but I'm quite okay with that. That looks like... What I really want is... What do we have here? We have the battlecruisers in the north, and although it's a 2-on-3, I'm going to attempt to engage this. We actually hit one of their battlecruisers as well. Nice. Ah, wow. Took a deck hit from one of their heavy guns. Another hit. That's good. Do we have one more in us? No. Transfers. Okay, let's zoom in then. Oh, wow. We're surrounded. No, we're going over for the northeast one then. Actually, we're just going to make our heading due east. See if we can cut the... I think these are part of the same group. My battle cruisers do have secondaries, do they not? Yeah, they have 4-inch guns, which is not fantastic, but... Okay, yeah, I probably have already done a lot of damage to that. Let's get this guy then. Good. What is this? Spin on down. Jenkins, this was the one with 2? Yeah. 2. 2. Okay, their destroyers are really pretty weak in terms of torpedoes. Okay, this is the one we're gonna have to hit. I don't think that, for some reason, I don't think the battle cruisers, the enemy ships in general, not just their battle cruisers, which is what I'm referring to here, though. It doesn't seem like they obey the same line of sight rules. We're often getting shot at out before we have even seen their ships. And I don't think that information... I've already done a test that you can't fire at a ship unless it's in your individual ship's line of sight. Now maybe that's just true for me and not true for the AI. I don't know. Okay, that's really not good. And these are the heavy-hitting battle cruisers. 29,000 versus my 28.8. It's dead even. Dead even. They have one extra 14-inch gun. I have better turret armor. So the Fortune just got shellacked. Saltwater. So we're going to have the Draconian. Actually, this is a good time for the fleet engagement. Fortune's going to pull back. Draconian's going to have to hold the line, that means. The good news is we're going opposite directions. So it definitely could be worse. Probably we got to call off this engagement. It doesn't look good for them. I'm going to do it. I'm going to call it off. Because I do want to save my destroyers as much as possible. And this is just a bad engagement. So come down and back. Come on home. Draconian can take on their light cruiser. This is perfect. I'm actually really happy with this. We can maybe get their Amsterdam class. Come on. Get her. Get her. Or maybe not. You guys can go back to AI control. Okay, they've reattached, that's good. Still no hits on this light cruiser, darn it. When are you going to actually attack it, Draconian? There we go. 1. Come on. Line it up. It's a big ship. A light cruiser's not small. No. Guess not. Really got to get director firing on these, and we'll probably have improved director firing by the time the end of this war comes. Well, let's still try for it. That I'm a little more nervous about. Yeah. Yep, for good reason. Let's just pull directly away. Good. And that's going to be our ally, the weather. Okay. Well, we should be okay doing 4 knots. And let's see. Any flooding? No. Good. We're in good shape. So actually I'm just going to go to cruise since it doesn't look like there's any chance of flooding. and we can head home, which I guess is north. Alright, well, that's probably going to call this video to a close. Very uneventful. Maybe I should just be declining these battles. We've kind of moved into submarine warfare mode. This is why I don't like submarine warfare, but I can't help it right now, obviously. It's too late to build ships for this war, but just built things poorly, or maybe, I don't know. Hard to say. I really don't know what I could have done better. Actually, a marginal victory for us. Doesn't matter much. Okay, well, that's it. I'm going to call this video to a close here. Maybe one day we'll see the end of this war, but it has been going on for, gosh, 10 turns or so? 10 episodes? Not that long in terms of, but the battles have just been one after another, long, and, it's pretty important that we win every single one, so it's not like I can blow through them, which I normally would like to do with these fleet engagements. Just, almost just use Admiral mode and go speed of fast and just do basic control for my flagship. But the stakes are just too high. Stakes are just too high. I can't do that right now. So at least our Caribbean crew is doing okay. That's good to see. So anyways, budget's increasing. We're doing well. We're not losing victory points overall. So yeah, I'll call this video to a close. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you back for more in the next episode.